Hello once again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 3. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, I did some grinding. Oh, quite a bit of grinding. I don't remember what level I was beforehand, but yeah, that leveling up method is definitely effective. Let's put it that way. I'm now at the point where it takes 2 rounds of slaying those guys in order to level up. My vitality is rather high, and honestly, as much as this is great, vigor, endurance, and vitality being that great, he's gonna take it down a smidgen, because we are at a point where I can equip my current armor, the brass set, and basically anything else that I might need. I could have sworn that there might have been something from... Yeah, I could have sworn that there was something to increase one's... what's the word I'm looking for? To increase one's resistance. Or rather, increase one's intelligence. But I don't know where that is, and at the moment, I don't really care. I'm going to keep the prisoner's chain on, though, just so as... I do have that boost to endurance and shit. And finally, we have about 2 more bosses to go until the end of the game. And then I gotta figure out how the hell I'm gonna do the DLCs. Pretty sure I need to look this up. Matter of fact, that might be a good thing to look up. But right now, 1 second. Ugh. Weird camera things with the mouse. Anyways, had to make 100% sure that I was not going to go right into New Game Plus. You do not go right into New Game Plus, which means that I can do the whole end of the game thing and then do the DLC stuff, which is good. Yeah, timed that right. So yeah, it's been a bit of a time playing this again. I've been having a good time with it, relatively speaking. A lot of the game still kind of pisses me off in such a way, but, you know, I'll get into that when I get into it. We got these dredges of the dead. I'm pretty sure these soldiers are also dudes trying to get the final lords of Cinda to come back to do the things they need to do, that their task, their duty implies on. Oh god. Ow. Ow. Making mistakes. I might actually swap out, oh god, my rings and my shield now that I'm not really farming for souls. Oh god. Okay. Oh shit. Bad times ahead. The game. That was my bad timing. There we go. Ah, 5k souls for one of those guys. If I can catch... Nope. You're done farming for the now, Dar. You're freaking 140. You don't need to do any more grinding. For now. Yeah, I'm gonna swap back to the... Oh man, that's the disadvantage though. This sucker is not 100% physical block. I'm gonna keep the shield on. We'll get rid of the serpent ring though. Absorb HP, boost criticals, lower equip load. I've already got that equipped, sadly. Boosts HP when HP is boosts attack when HP is full. Could be good. I think I'm gonna take the Pontiff's left eye, because ideally I would be getting comboing in on my foes repeatedly. This is a problem. I don't know how repeatedly actually means. But good lord, sometimes it's not as repeatedly as I want. I call shenanigans. Calling shenanigans. Oh, come on. There we go. God lord. Large titanite shards all over the place. It's a little redunculous. Alright. Am I shite out of luck? Whoa. I don't know what just died. And I'm a little concerned. Just a smidgen concerned. Okay, this is the Lothric Castle. Where was the bonfire for this place? Okay. So I'm gonna do something relatively smart. I say relatively because, you know, I can still do quite a bit of dumb. But I'm going to rest here and use that elevator instead of, you know, traversing up the steps over and over and over again, depending on how the outcome of these battles are going to become. Unless I missed something entirely and there's yet another bonfire in there. Yeah, well. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have like a bonfire like right here. Over there. Could have one right here where this guy is, but no. From there, up the elevator. Seriously, what the hell died? Gave me 2 chunks and a couple of embers. Oh well. Let those guys pass. Just so as I don't have to... Yeah. Just don't want to repeatedly have to fight them again and again and again. As much as they are good for souls. Ah, boy. I don't recall this fight being terribly difficult. Just annoying. Really annoying.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one. Purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none. The fire-linking curse, the legacy of lords, let it all fade into nothing. You've done quite enough. Now have your rest.
Hello, big guy. Whoa, hello. Good start to a fight. Yep. Man, it's fun trying to find an enemy that is just constantly teleporting all over the place. Just so exhilarating. Now, obviously, I don't think I'm going to be able to go and one-shot him, but hey. Good start to a fight.
Lothric's prince. Rise if you would, for that is our curse.
Oh boy, now there's magic. Whoop. Wait. Ah, frick. Now in this case, now that he has his younger brother, yeah, on his back, he will get some healings. We don't want that. Whoop! Ow. Alright, that was my face. And now we target the younger one. Ow. I guess I might have deserved that. Yep. And now the younger brother again. Woo! Good thing I blocked. Where was it? Oh god, where is he? You can hit him while he's on his back, it's just a little bit hard, you know, what with the older brother just constantly teleporting around and... Ow! Well, one more round though, and there we go. Whew. That wasn't too terrible. Hey, they actually gave me enough for a level up too. Well, that is all the Lords of Cinder. Suppose we should actually, you know, head back to Firelink. As is the game's wont for me. Hi.
Welcome home, I shall speak then. Very well. Then
Just need to level up really quick. One more pump into vigor for the now. Good lord, the amount of souls it takes for me to level up now. There's bound to be a better place to level up in the DLCs, right? Right. Let's see what it is that the brothers Lothric give me. Aha, that's so. Now we got Lothric's Holy Sword. Despite it being a holy sword, does only physical damage. Of course. Prince Lothric's Straight Sword, blessed by Emma with potent magic. Who was Emma? I don't know. Young Lothric was meant to be a champion and was expected to wield this platinum sword, but some things will remain distant dreams forever. I don't know, he fought rather well, considering what the heck was going on, you know? Let's see. Twin Princes. That's seriously the only thing we get from the Twin Princes? Oh, here we are. Lorien's Greatsword. Ultra Greatsword of Lorien, Prince Lothric's older brother. Cast in smoldering molten steel and stained black. Before Lorien embraced his brother's curse, he was a knight who single-handedly slayed the demon prince, but the victory eternally scorched his sword with flame. Neat. I could have sworn that there was a spell as well. I mean, one of the princes was a freaking spellcaster after all. So here's, I think here's the, yeah, this sword was meant for the younger Lothric, while this one was the one used by the elder Lothric. Yeah. That's it. How much is our soul worth?
How?
Sell 20k. You know,
Passion 1.
I'm gonna keep it on reserve just in case. Simply because, well, now we actually have to go and face off against one final lord. Or we can do that. Do we have to? Yeah, here he is. Author Lords of the Cinder. Cinder Lords. Yep. There's a skull. Now it feels a little silly doing this after having, you know, slain all the lords. Now I gotta go through all of this. Also, there's this prick. I think he's a PvP guy. Let's see. And you? And see. I'm pretty sure some of the NPCs have something fun to say and whatnot, but eh. Ah, this one must be the Abyss Watchers. Yep. That's 3. With only one more remaining. Okay, I thought I saw a fog wall down there. I was like, excuse me? Was I just invaded? Man, that'd be silly. And finally, Holy King Lothric, last hope of his line. Yeah. Little funky that we collected his whole ass head for this, but okay. Well, that's the last of them.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones, all thanks to thee, most worthy of lords, Ashen One, with the lords as thy witness. Bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lords' embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire. Farewell, Ashen, may the flame.
Well, here we are.
Noble lords of Cinder, the fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir. Let him grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
Funny, the kiln of the first flame is a lot smaller than I thought it was before. This marks the final shrine, or the final place that we can teleport to. And for a relatively good reason. I don't think this is... yeah, this isn't like the one that mirrors Firelink Shrine. It's just... I mean, it's shaped like it. It's all also got the thrones and all that fun stuff, but... I don't know. But we have but one more dude to put in his place. That's not ominous in the slightest. I don't know what you're talking about. Far more. Okay. I was like, right. And now... it should be fun. Like this bonfire. Sit at it. Just make 100% sure that we're here. Man. Want to see a world that's truly seen its end. This is definitely it. Freaking eclipsed sun and everything. Ash blasted environs. And one final boss. Hello, sir. Ow. Part of me was trying to... alright. You know what? It's fine. Whoop. Ow. Okay. Yeah, you're a little bit, Speedy Gonzalez-y. Cease that. Oh, God. Right, I clearly can't backstab him at this point. Oop. I think that consecutive hit ring is not doing its duty right now. Whoa, phase 2. I think he's wielding that thing more like a lance than a sword at this point. Ow. Come on, buddy. I grant thee death. I'm trying to. Oh, God. Actual phase 3 now. Ah, am I getting Moonlight? It helped. Oh, God. Sir? There's a little much. Man, I would love to be able to backstab him, seeing as he's got command grabs. Whoop. That's a familiar move. Oh, come on. Really? That hit me? Whoop. Oh. Actually afraid for a bit. He was actually doing damage. Soul of the Lords. Hot diggity. Alright. Ah, there it is. Kinda wish I could take a couple of the swords around here as souvenirs. Just graves of the individuals that attempted to fell the Lord of Cinder. But, as a warrior of the Moonlight, I shall grant us further sons. And that was Dark Souls 3. A little bit easier edition. I won't lie, I did find a lot of parts still frustrating from when I had initially played the game. A whole lot of it does boil down to essentially, oh no, we swear we're trying not to make a Bloodborne 2, and yet it feels much like a Bloodborne 2. Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be ranting and raving for in the first place, but I digress. A lot of it stems from the fact, again, this is entirely my own opinion, that a lot of the game feels like it is faster than it needs to be. Especially seeing as you have a stamina bar, and you basically need to dodge every single hit, because if you don't dodge every single hit, then you're in for a bad time. Because you take so much damage so quickly, it's almost funny the fact that the game gives you armor. And the only armors that actually seem to do anything are the super heavy stuff that you need a billion endurance just to use with a heavy load, as opposed to just not being able to, use them at all. And that is one of the reasons why I did not personally enjoy Dark Souls 3, and it still ranks as one of my lower ones, because in this series, it does, emphasize the whole play how you want to sort of a thing with your character creation, where you put your stats, what armor you use, what weapon you use. And yeah, okay, there's a skill ceiling with pretty much every one of these games, to be sure. But at what point is it that they decide that armor is just pointless? Because it's pointless. It really is in this game. And it's not even like they do it in Bloodborne, where you can have armor, and all the armor doesn't stop you from moving any faster or slower. It's just that they each have different defenses. And you're forced to be faster. You're forced to be more aggressive because of the rally system. In this, there's nothing like that. The best that you got is Pontiff's left eye, and even then that sucker is next to useless unless you have a super rapid fire weapon like a dagger. And again, that's pretty much my biggest gripe when it comes to Dark Souls 3, is that armor is useless. You might as well just be wearing tissue paper and wielding a plank. Because unless you're going to be parrying everything, the shield is also next to useless as well. In fact, I probably should have played this game more with two-handing the sword that I'm wielding, because after a couple of hits, like you'll block a hit, and then your stamina will be next gone, and then the next hit comes, and bam, it's gone, and then you're just getting absolutely lambasted with a bunch of attacks. And it's annoying as to all hell that there is no fine balance between being a dexterous character versus being an armored character in the base game. Hell, I don't even know what the DLCs are like. And that is just my greatest annoyance. Like, for a game where you can make your character however you want, there are so many... Basically feels like all the options, except for like a small handful, are next to pointless. armor is useless. Shields are useless. Just go for magic or just go for dexterity. That said, game's still pretty brilliant. I still love a good chunk of the characters. I haven't encountered Patches because I messed up that quest line. Otherwise, he'd be dead. And music is still absolutely fantastic, no matter what boss you fight. It's beautiful in many, many ways, and it is one of those games where you can legitimately go to any location that you can see from the location. Like the dragon peaks that were there. Yeah, you saw them from where you sat down to do the whole Path of the Dragon thing, and you just teleported over there. It was pretty awesome. Trying to think of any other things. Bosses are always unique. Bosses are always great. I find it entertaining that I was able to do Yorm without his gimmick. The way that you're usually supposed to do Norm is you were supposed to pick up the Storm King, Stormbreaker, Storm Ruler in the back of the room and use that in order to hit him in the head and hit him repeatedly. I didn't do that because I wanted to keep the Moonlight, you know, as pure as possible, as it were. Like, I basically did the bare minimum in order to get my sword. And I know part of that was what made this run relatively easy, because the damage that I did was relatively ridiculous. And a good chunk of the bosses and enemies were not resistant towards magic. This is going to change in the DLCs, I promise. It's going to be far more of a pain in the ass, but regardless, base game, the Moonlight Sword is freaking fantastic. Still love it. And again, it's just one of those things where it's a slower weapon, so I didn't kill the enemies as fast as I could have. But I know deep inside the cackles of my heart that it is still my favorite weapon. Just bar none in this game. In this series. I have yet to really find any other ones that weren't just straight up a giant axe that beat it in terms of like flavor of lore and the whatnot. Speaking of, one of my other biggest problems is the lore in this particular Souls game. I know that it's, you know, like a different world, one that's on the teetering on the edge of falling into darkness or what the frick ever. But beyond that, I'm not sure what else is going on. I know that the four lords just skimped off, and then I needed their fire to light the big fire, and then I needed to fight the Lord of Cinder, which I think is supposed to be like a shadow of Gwyn? I don't fully understand, but I'll look into this really quickly. Begin Journey 2 in your current state. Journey 2 can be initiated from the Shrine Bonfire if you do not wish to begin now. So we go, no, because we're not ready to take on New Game Plus. Yeah, all in all, I say that with this mod, it did make the armor feel like an actually fair experience. Like, I wasn't too fast to the point where I was like, whoa, Dexy-Dachi, move out of the way of everything. So, in that case, you know, using the heavy-ass armor, yeah.
Ashen One for the Lords of Cinder, for the Ashen Prisoners, for all those held to preserve the fire. Link the first flame. Very well, then take...
And then one final level up. Oh man, yeah, that's right. My intelligence is now at the point where it's basically not going to level up my actual damage. To that end, I might just grind out my intelligence to max. Just for the sake of, you know, saying I did. I know that's going to make living in this a lot harder, but I'm stupid like that.
Ashen One.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the final soul that I got here. one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Soul of the Lords, one of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Since Lord Gwyn, the first Lord of Cinder, many exalted lords have linked the first flame, and it is their very souls that have manifested themselves as defender of the flame. So, fighting the Lord of Cinder, we were proving ourselves to be the next person to link the flame, to hold the flame, I guess. But other than that, he was also just protecting it from basically everyone else. Hello. Oh. Yeah, that's right, he burned. Sunlight Spear. Hurl Sunlight Spear. Miracle of Gwyn, the First Lord, hurls a Sunlight Spear. The tales of Gwyn's arch-dragon hunt describe the inception of the Age of Fire. And then the Firelink Greatsword. The Sword of Cinders linked the first flame, and this greatsword was wielded by their deific manifestation. Oh, okay. The Lords of Cinder linked the first flame. So that was less. It wasn't just Gwyn then. It was all the lords who had previously sacrificed themselves for the first flame. This coiled sword, found thrust in the bonfire, existed long before the throneless lords themselves. Skill? Ember. The fading flame momentarily illuminates and launches itself forward. Pretty bitchin'. I do like myself a good old greatsword. I'd say that I like myself the big old greatswords, the ultra greatswords of the game. But honestly, as much as I do love myself a big-ass sword, even I have my limits sometimes in actually using them. Particularly in video games, obviously. Nothing else to really sell or get rid of. And the only thing that there is to do is to grind one massive grind for the DLCs. I think I'm going to do that the same way I've been doing things. You know, the Serpent Ring, the Shield, and the Helm of Avarice, in order to, you know, get as much as I can from those 3 angel bastards. That's going to be a while. I wonder how many souls I actually need to max out my intelligence. I'll figure that out later. But, for the now, that is Dark Souls 3 base game. And yeah, next video I'm gonna start delving into the DLCs. We'll start with the Ashes of Ariandel, and then we'll move on to the Ring City, that was it. But till then, thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series as much as I've been enjoying playing it. If you guys want to support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff really helps out. And if you want to support the channel in some sort of financial fashion, I have a variety of links down in the description below. They used to be in the channel banner, but apparently they removed them from the channel banner. I don't know. Every little bit helps. Goes to keeping a roof over my head, food in my belly, and helps me upgrade my PC to continue to play and render out video games for your viewing pleasure and for my sharing pleasure. But that's pretty much it for the now. I need to rest because I've been playing this for about 5 hours now. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.